Clack. You know, do you guys remember? Do you guys? As if anyone is in this room with me right now. It is me, an empty Tim Hortons iced coffee, and a wig. Anyways, during the pandemic, there was a period of time where I live, which is Ontario, Toronto. Wasn't in Toronto at the time. Was living with my parents because... Why was I living with my parents? I was in university. Oh, they kicked us out. They literally said, you have to move out. There's a pandemic. So that was fun. So I'm living with my parents, and my hair was really long. By long, I'm not talking down to the shoulders. I've never had hair that long. We're just talking Justin Bieber 2010 long. So hairdressers were closed. You couldn't get your hair cut. And I tried to cut my own hair, but I was too scared. And I was going to buzz cut it because I go through that a lot where I'm going to buzz cut my hair. And then I never do because I'm well aware of what's going to happen. I'm going to buzz it and it's never going to come back. So it was the first day hair salons open. Okay. And I call around. Couldn't find anyone. Everyone was booked. Except First Choice Haircutters. Because they did walk-ins. They were doing walk-ins at the time. So it's okay, you can't mess this up, right? It's guys' hair. I just said, I want a 4 on the sides, on the back, and then for the top, just trim it down, keep it even. I said, take about an inch off. So she does her little thing, She seemed really confident. I trusted her. She knew what she was doing, I thought. And, you can't, they kind of block you from the mirror. They turn you around because it's supposed to be a surprise. But whenever they turn me back around, I never look. I can't look at my haircut right away. I always look at it in the car on my way home. She's just looking at me smiling. But I couldn't tell if she was smiling because she had a mask on. So I'm going to assume she was smiling. Anyways, I leave. I go in the car. I turn it on. Vroom, vroom. Flip down the mirror. I look at it. I look at my hair. I close that mirror. Drive. And I just go home. I don't even turn the radio on. It's silent. Both hands on the wheel. I go in. I go upstairs. I look in the mirror. Yeah. And I never recovered. In grade 7, we had a dance class. Well, it wasn't actually a dance class. We had to take dance to fulfill the curriculum requirement. So it was our gym teacher, who was a basketball coach, who also had a torn ACL, so she couldn't move, was teaching us dance. And what she did was she wrote down a bunch of dance moves, put them in a hat, and we had to draw 3. And then we had to choreograph a dance. Keep in mind, it is June. There is 2 weeks left of school. Nobody wants to do this. So I pair it with my friends, We have friend number 1, who is semi-athletic. Friend number 2, who is extremely smart, can't move to save his life. Friend number 3, who he's in jail. Friend number 4 was there. I'm okay, how are we gonna do this? We have raised the roof. Okay, I can work with that. We have dig. I don't know that move, and then we also pulled the swim. No, not swim. Row. That's a paddle. Okay. So I'm how are we going to choreograph this into a dance with 5 guys who, let's face it, the only performer there is me. So we do this dance. It's ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby. And it was a hit. It was a hit. Oh, it was so good. So we performed in front of the whole class. And then the teacher, she gets up and, she's moving towards us in the way that she moved. And she says, I think you guys should perform at the year-end assembly. I'm all for it. I am ready. This was my dance. So we're getting all ready for the assembly, and how the dance started was I was at the front. I am Marvin Gaye. I am lip syncing to start, okay? And then my other friend is the female. So I'm lip syncing, and then he comes up and he's lip syncing too. And then when the chorus starts, we turn. All of the rest of the group was nowhere to be found. They left. So it's just the two of us, year-end assembly, and ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby. We did our little performance. Everyone cheered, and we go out back to behind the stage. You exit stage left or right. I don't know, whatever side it was. And our friends had the audacity to say, "Oh, did we start? We just went to go get water." Yeah, just went to go get water. I hope my audio is still going. Yeah, it is. I guess I'll keep talking. I recently got into wig making. I have been very fascinated with wigs, especially on men, because let's face it, they're all wearing them. They all are. If a man is over 35, let's say, and has a full head of hair, we're talking you can't see scalp. It's a wig. It just is. There's tons. They're so popular. But here's the thing. No one talks about it. No one ever. Because why would we? Why would we talk about all our wigs, right? We don't talk about that. No. Anyways, they're expensive. Very pricey. Not cheap. And quite honestly, not in my budget either. So I decided I can make one. So I go on Amazon. I order my little, my head and my ventilating needle and some lace. And then I was like, oh, wait, okay. I need hair. Because here's the thing. I'm not going to go buy human hair on my first attempt. No. I'm going to do this, with the least economic repercussions as possible. So I buy this wig. And, you got to get a mold of your head. So my roommate, she's packing to go away. Not for good, just for a little bit. I make it sound like she's gone. She's not. She literally is just going home to visit her family. So I'm like, hey, I need your help. I was like, hey, so I don't know how to explain this. I'm gonna wrap saran wrap around my head, and you're gonna tape it. But here's the thing. We didn't have saran wrap. So I put a bread bag on my head and sat there while my roommate was putting tape around my head. Because that's how you get a hard shell. Anyways, I go back. All my wig stuff comes in the mail. And I'm like, okay, we're going to get started. This won't take long, right? Right. So I'm trying to lay this lace. And I realize quickly, slight problem. I don't know what I'm doing. And I don't know how to sew. Anyways, so my entire weekend was monopolized by trying to sew together lace for my wig cap. And then I started ventilating. And in my mind, it is just like crocheting. The difference is Crocheting, you can like kind of see what you're doing. Now pull a single piece of hair out of your head. Okay. And now try to crochet that through lace. And you know what the worst part is? I got a blonde wig. Not just like blonde. I got platinum blonde. That is very hard to see. But it's been like a fun journey. I've put in let's say about 15 hours worth of labor so far, and I have a strand. A strand. You know what? You could even say I have 2 strands of hair. Like little mini ponytails. Not pigtails, you can't pull them. Just you know when guys reach a certain age and they're bald. They're bald. But they still have a ponytail. That's what my wig looks like right now. But we'll get there. I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But I'm making a wig currently, so that's fun. What else do I want to talk about? Hair. I am my hair. I've had enough. This is my prayer. That I'ma die living just as free as my hair. I've had enough. You know, that's a Lady Gaga song, and yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. That's a Lady Gaga song. You can go listen to it if you want. But there's like this one performance of her. It's probably on a talk show. I couldn't tell you which one. Let's say Graham Norton. It's not Graham Norton, but it actually might be. Anyways, she's sitting at the piano, as she does, and she's playing along. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. And she's singing her song, Hair. And beside her, there's a wig. And she's bald. Like, she has a bald cap on. There's nothing. And there's just this teal wig. And I want to say we're past the first chorus. Like, we're building up to, like, the climax of the song. We're getting really into it. And then she stops. Grabs the wig. Puts it on. Readjusts. I've had enough. This is my prayer. That I'ma die living just as free as my hair. And I just gotta say, I absolutely love that performance because it's exactly what you would expect for that song. While we're talking about wigs, Katya, the drag queen, Katya Zamolodchnikova, the Russian name. She was on a show. To be honest, couldn't tell you what show it is. All I know is they were saying hashtags, and she said Mudang BBL. And anyways, so they're playing this game and she wins. Okay, woo, woo, woo. And I think Joel Kim Booster's on it and some other guy who I'm sure is like fabulously talented. No idea who he is. And Katya wins. Okay, and she's wearing like this little wig hairpiece. And the prize she won was this, let's say, white. You know, like the old wigs like George Washington wore. I don't know. What did George Washington look like? I don't know. I'm from Canada. Anyways, the long white like fake hair wigs. So that was the prize. And I was just watching this because this is obviously a show that is on like a mainstream network that people of all demographics probably watch, aka people who maybe don't watch Drag Race, so they don't know Katya's bald, and she's wearing this like mushroom blonde wig. She wins this prize, which is a white wig. Do you follow? Wig. And she just rips it off and then puts this little George Washington situation on. And I just gotta say, I could not stop laughing. I sent that to my whole 3 friends. No, I didn't. I think I literally sent that to no one. I sent that to no one, but it lives rent free in my head, and I encourage people to go watch it. What else do I want to talk about? What else? What else? What else? So my sister, bless her heart, she is 15. Yeah. Can't drive but is in high school, 15. And she messages me. Which she never does, because she never answers her phone. She keeps it on like do not disturb, so every time you go to message her, it says notifications silenced. But it says that all the time, and then she just won't respond. Ever. So she messages me, hey, what are you doing Friday? Keep in mind, we live in like different cities. We live 2 hours apart. I'm like, I wish I actually had plans. I don't have any plans if I'm being honest. So I'm like, hey, I don't know, watching Drag Race. Why? She's like, well, I'm coming up Friday with Dad and my friend, but Dad has to work and I don't want to stay in the room. So can you take us shopping? Can I take you what? Shopping? With what money? Okay. I should probably cut this because I don't know what else to talk about. Ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low. Anyways, that's my time, so it's not my time. I make up my time. I guess bye.